Hi everyone! Oh my god, it's been like forever since I posted or even made a YouTube video. It literally has been over a year, maybe about to be 2 years, and a lot. I'm telling you, a lot has changed. I am recording from inside my car because my room is way too dark inside. I do have a window, but there's not enough lighting. But anyways, who cares about that? I'm just gonna go ahead and film in here for now. If you're wondering why I have this, I had to get blood withdrawn this morning, so it's still on there. I'll take it off soon. But anyways, I decided just to do Q&A. I'm going to answer all the questions first that people did ask me on Instagram, and then I am going to just briefly tell you guys how I found out I was pregnant. Shocking, right? Like, who would have thought I'd end up pregnant? Well, maybe a lot of you did, but whatever, guys. Well, I never thought that I would end up pregnant. But yeah, so let me go ahead and do that, and then I'll briefly explain how, all my family members found out, and how Juan's family members found out, his parents, my parents, and it was just it was a crazy experience. I'll tell you that. It's not the easiest thing to do. Especially because we're still young. We're adults now, but it just happened all so quickly. So let's go ahead and look at these questions. Okay, so I have quite a couple. I don't have like a lot. Come on, guys. But anyways, so let's go ahead and see. I did get a vlog in every day of being pregnant. Love you, girl. Congrats on your baby. Thank you, Sarah. I will try and do so. I'm just not the most fun because I can't do much while I'm pregnant. But I will do what I do every day. I think I'll do that one on my next day off, because if I do film something, I don't want it to be like I'm filming and then I have to get ready for work. And bye, guys, because I work a lot. So let's go ahead. I'll make that soon for you guys. Let's see. My cousin Anna asked, when's the next baby? He. Honestly, I am so down to be pregnant again. I don't want I never wanted my kids to be too far apart. I think because the way I grew up, it's like, in total, my mom had 5 of us, and we're not too far from age, and it's just like, I don't know, I wouldn't have it any other way. I have such good relationships with my siblings, and I think it would be weird if one of my siblings was like 40 and then I was still like only 18. There's a whole gap difference, generation difference there, and I don't know. I do want my kids not to be too far apart. So Juan, if you're watching this, babe, I'm ready. I always mess around with him. Like, we mess around with each other, like, baby number 2, but I don't know, it's not that fun being pregnant, but it's amazing, I'll tell you that. So let's go to a different question. Let's see. How's pregnancy? You were glowing, by the way. Thank you, Jennifer. Pregnancy so far is going great. I am in my 2nd trimester. I'm currently 5 months pregnant, for those of you that are wondering. Definitely in the beginning it was a little rocky, I'll tell you that, and I'm pretty sure a lot of moms will agree with me, just because that's when you start feeling like the nausea. Your body is really changing, so you're really just starting to get adjusted to it, from your breast growing to your stomach growing to you being bloated to, I don't know, being grossed out by certain smells. It was a lot to take on at first, I'll tell you that. It's different, but now, like, I don't get, like, I'll get nauseous, but not like before, when you'd get like the I need to throw up sort of thing. But it's just, right now everything's going good. Sometimes I forget that I'm pregnant. Is that weird to say? But then I look down and I'm like, damn, I'm big and I'm pregnant. So yeah, so far pregnancy is going amazing. This little girl it's just making me feel really heavy, and I'm not even like that heavy. So far I've only gained like 5 pounds most. It could be less. Every time they measure me, I feel like I don't even weigh that much. I feel like I'm always the same, like 122, 123, and then sometimes it'll be like 125, 126, but I think that's just when I had like a whole meal and then I go to a doctor's appointment. But let's see. Let's see. Can I get a yoo-hoo? Yoo-hoo! Mad because I wasn't invited to the gender reveal. Actually more hurt, but I still love you. Oh, I'm so sorry, Kat. My gender reveal was so last minute. Obviously, I was still hiding my pregnancy, so I only invited some certain people. And I'm so sorry, Kat. I know I told you I was pregnant, but I forgot to invite you. Oh. I tried making it as small as possible, but I didn't expect so many people to show up. It was a pretty full house, a huge amount of people. We ran out of food like so fast. Luckily, I got a little bit of food, but it was just a stressful day, and I literally threw my gender reveal the day before I went to go see Juan, so I'm sorry. You're definitely going to be invited to the baby shower. A lot of you will be invited to the baby shower since you guys all know I'm pregnant now. How's your pregnancy going so far? From Ashley. Like I said earlier, so far it's going amazing. It's more amazing now that I don't have to hide it anymore, because it really sucks. You know, pregnancy can be very lonely, extremely lonely, and I'm pretty sure a lot of moms agree with me, but it's just like, you know, you have a beautiful human inside of you, but you know, you just, sometimes it's just hard being pregnant. You can't do what your other friends are doing. But I'm never gonna say I hate being pregnant. I love being pregnant. I think it's amazing. It's just, it could be tough. And then with Juan being so far away, like I don't have him, you know, here to comfort me. You know, like if I'm craving something or I just don't feel good, I don't have him by my side to be like, hey babe, like, can you bring me this? So for any single moms, I give you guys props. Like, you guys are, I praise you guys. That's the thing. Like, you guys are one tough cookie. Why are you so beautiful? Oh, thanks, Priscilla. I love you. You're so beautiful yourself. Nancy said, how to put eyelashes on and how to blend eyeshadow for beginners. Ooh, I should make a separate video for that. I sure will. Right now I have eyelash extensions, so I can't apply any right now, but I will do a video since I haven't done a makeup one in a long time. Oh my god, I am sweating in my car. Okay. Pregnancy videos. You are the cutest. Oh, thank you, Laura. I will definitely be making more pregnancy videos. That was my plan. Like, originally in my phone, I have a ton of videos where I would just record myself, like about my day, going to doctor's appointments, and I was just like, I'm gonna post this up as soon as I announce my pregnancy. But I really haven't had the chance to edit all of that. It's a ton of videos, and you guys will definitely see how Emma's growing. So Emma will be my daughter's name, Emma Gray. Juan actually chose that name for her, and I picked out the middle name because originally I picked out the boy name just in case we had a boy. But yeah, so it's a girl, and I'm super excited, as to Juan is excited too. But okay, let's go ahead and go into the story, because this video is already about to be 9 minutes long, and I don't want to make it that long. I know no one really wants to watch me for that long. Water break. Okay, so how I found out I was pregnant. This is so crazy, guys. So I found out I was pregnant on April 6th, a couple days after I turned 22. If you guys know, my birthday is on April 1st, and I had no idea. So around March, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I did feel my period was coming in weird every month. Maybe because, you know, before I did have birth control and I had the depot shot, and that birth control is just so bad, guys. I was spotting like every day, constantly. I used so many pads, tampons. It was draining. I don't even know how much blood the body can even like just allow to be coming out, even though it's just spotting, but constantly every day. It was insane. Yeah, so I got like super over it, and I just told Juan, like, you know what, I just want to give my body a break, but obviously we have to be extra careful now. And, you know, he said, whatever you feel comfortable with. And by the way, I have the most supportive boyfriend ever. He's amazing, guys. But let me go on. I could talk about him like all day. But anyways, so he just said, okay, let's do it. Like, that's fine. Like, you know, we'll just be, yeah, we'll be careful. And turns out we're not careful, actually, because 5 months pregnant, you know. But yeah, so it was March and I was feeling a little weird. Sorry guys, I have to turn my AC on. Let me turn my car. You know, it's way too hot in here. Okay, I don't think the AC should really like disturb the video too much. Hopefully not, if that would suck. But back to my story. So I missed my period for the entire month of March and February, but I was not pregnant in March, the beginning of March, because I took 2 tests just to make sure. So they came out negative, and I was like, okay, it's just maybe because I stopped doing the birth control, you know, my period's gonna come quicker. I mean, not quicker, it's just not gonna come at all, and maybe the next month in April I'll get it. And I did notice I was getting heavier, but you know, Juan and I eat a lot, like a lot. And so I took those 2 tests and they were negative. And then so April came and I was like, whatever, I can't be pregnant if those 2 came out negative already. But Juan and I did take a plan B like towards the end of March, somewhere in between there. And so it was April 1st and it was my birthday. If you guys remember my birthday, I drank all day from the morning until nighttime. I had a blast. We were on a boat, went to a restaurant, and after I was just drained. But you know, the weird thing is I woke up with no hangover, and that's like a first. I was just really dehydrated, but I was like, how did I not, after all the constant drinking, all the shots I took, the bottles I was drinking, the beers I chugged, like I had no idea. But turns out I was pregnant the whole time, but my baby was just a little egg, so luckily no harm whatsoever towards the baby. So I posted a picture with Juan, went to MEPS for his pledge, and I did notice I was getting heavier, but I never thought of it like I'll be pregnant because of those tests I had taken. And I don't know, I was just like, why do I look so heavy? And then I looked back at my Instagram picture of me on my birthday and I was like, okay, I'm way too bloated, and why haven't I gotten my period? So I googled asking if, you know, the plan B would kind of stop my period and then maybe I'll get it next month instead. And then it said, no, if you're supposed to get your period like on one of these days and it's been 7 days after you took the plan B, you have to take a pregnancy test. And I was like, okay, well, it's been like 8 days after, so maybe I should just take one again. So I went to Walgreens. I was running late for work, so I took my test to work. I went to the restroom before work and I peed on it. I put it upside down. I was like, you know what, it's gonna come out negative again. What am I so stressed about? Maybe it's just my periods just, they don't want to come. So it's been like 5 minutes and I flipped the test, and instead of 1 line, which is negative, there were 2. And I kid you not, guys, I was literally shaking. I picked it up and I was shaking, and this was me. I was literally saying, oh my god, 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 Kelly, no, you're not pregnant, oh my god. That was literally what I was saying out loud to myself. I grabbed my phone right away. I called Juan, and Juan would always answer me while he was at work. And I was like, guess what? I'm literally shaking. He was just like, what? Tell me, like, I'm pregnant. And he's like, no. But you know, Juan was just like trying to calm me down. He was just telling me how much he loves me. And you know, at the end of the day, it's up to me, whatever you want to do with the baby, babe. Like, I'm going to be here for you. He was just telling me the most sweetest things in my ear. But all I was thinking in my head is like, I'm pregnant. Like, I started crying over the phone. I was like, I'm like scared, and he was just like, just calm down. In my head I was like, oh my god, the host is gonna walk in because I got a table right now and I'm gonna be crying when I get to that table. And yeah, so I calmed down. I was like, okay, I'll calm down, you know what, I'll text you or I'll see you once I'm off and we'll talk about it. And I went to go leave the pregnancy test in my car. I accidentally left it on the front seat, so it was just like laying out there. My windows aren't tinted. People were probably like walking by and saying like, damn, that girl has no shame just leaving her pregnancy test out for everyone to see. But yeah, it was pretty funny. I didn't tell anyone. I kept that a big secret. And so we kept it a secret for about 3 more weeks, but nothing was fitting me, so all I would wear was like skirts and like dresses, and I was just bloated. I won't say I had a bump, but I was bloated that it looked like a bump, but you can tell I was gaining so much weight, if that makes any sense. And so this was literally the night before Juan was leaving to Fort Jackson, literally the night before. And I was walking to the restroom. I was passing the living room and my mom's there, and she's like, come over here, I need to ask you something. And I was like, okay. So I sat down and she was just like, you know, well, one of Joyce's friends was here earlier. Joyce is my older sister, one of my older sisters, and she noticed like you were getting heavier, and she saw your stomach, and she asked Joyce like, hey, is your sister pregnant? And my sister was like, no, why would she be pregnant? And my mom was like, well, so are you? And I was just kind of like shook at the moment. In my head, I was like, I can just lie to her right now and be like, I'm not pregnant. Like, that's messed up. You know I've been gaining weight, but no, it was my chance to just tell her, because I've been wanting to tell her, but I was too scared. And so I just told her like, yeah, I'm pregnant. And she was like she wasn't expecting me for to say yes. For me to say yes, I think she just wanted to be like, no, I'm not pregnant, mommy, you know, I'm her youngest daughter. And she was just like, what? Like, who knows? And I was just telling her like, well, you know, my cousin Edette knows, and Juan obviously, and some of my friends knew, like obviously Ita knew, Sam, Erica, like some co-workers too, I would tell them. And so yeah, so they knew. And she was just like, well, how far along are you? What are you gonna do? What are your and Juan's plans? You know, typical parent questions. You know, I love my mom. She's so supportive, and I think that's like the one thing I really needed, especially because Juan was leaving. It fit perfectly. I don't even care. I was mad that my sister's friend would even make a comment like that, but whatever, you know, that was not the way I wanted to tell my mom, but everything happens for a reason, right? And so I called Juan right away after, and I was like, babe, like, my mom found out I'm pregnant. He was like, oh my god, when you get here, like, we're gonna tell my parents. And I was like, I literally just went through telling my mom, and that was like one of the hardest things for me to do. And now I have to tell your parents too, but whatever. I'm glad we did. But yeah, so I went back with my mom, and her boyfriend comes in, and she's like, we have something big to tell you. Like, my mom literally points at me, my stomach, and she's like, sorry, I have a lot of burping to do. She was like, look. And Jack's like, yeah, congratulations, Kelly. And I was like, excuse me. So I guess he would like ask my mom if I was pregnant, because he noticed I was getting heavier too. But my mom was just like so naive, like, no, why would she be pregnant and stuff. And I mean, everyone kind of noticed I was getting big, because I've been like petite my whole life. And okay, so let's move forward. I got to Juan's house, and he comes out, and he's like, how should we tell them? Like, I think he was more nervous. I was nervous too, but hey, I went through telling my mom, well, not telling her, but she found out, and I was stuck there by myself. Like, I didn't have him by my side. And so what I had done for my friends is I made like cards, and they had an ultrasound picture of Juan and I. It had oh, you're gonna be an aunt, you're gonna be an uncle on there, like, congrats. And like, so I had one left over, and I was just like, here, just give it to your parents. We'll be in the room with Vanessa, which is his younger sister, and she was in the room with us, so we wouldn't feel as scared. But she was like laying on the floor. It was so funny. Juan had fruit, and he was like swallowing it like he's never eaten that fruit in his life, but he was just nervous. I was sitting next to him, but I was hiding, and they give it to him, and they're standing like by his room door with the baby like in their hands. The baby's Vanessa's younger son. He's one. He's so cute, by the way. But so they're reading it, and his mom's like, Juan, ¿qué es esto? Which, you know, in English is like, Juan, what is this? And Juan was just like, you guys know what it is, like. And they're like, she's like, ¿de qué te hablé hace rato? Like, what did I talk to you about earlier? Like, and he was like, I know. And then Juan just started saying the sweetest things, you know. he's a sweetheart. He's just like, you know, I love Kelly, and you know, I'm gonna be here for her and the baby. Like, I'm doing this all for them now. Like, I know, like, we're not like in the best situation, but we can like get through it together, you know. It was just a lot. And then his dad started like talking to, and surprisingly they weren't like crazy upset. It was definitely a shocker for them. And then his mom was just like, oh, how far along are you? And you know, his parents are the sweetest parents ever. I love them. You know, I love my mom too. Like, I just have like the best support system, I'll tell you that. Definitely tell you that. So yeah, Juan left the next day, and I still keep on contact with everyone. I message them, I send them baby ultrasounds and all that stuff. And let's go on really quick to talk about how my siblings found out. And so Vanessa, Juan's younger sister, already knew. The older sister didn't know yet, but I'll tell you about that later on. So telling Donna and Kevin was definitely tougher. So I have Donna, who's the oldest sister, and then I have Kevin, who's the youngest one. He's the youngest boy, and they were just hard to tell. So my sister messages me one day, and she's like, oh my god, like, Jorely just posted a picture. Jorely's my cousin. She's like, she's pregnant. What the hell? Like, she hit it. And I was just like, oh my god, that's crazy. And I was at work, and I was telling my other cousin Edith, she works with me, like, I should just tell her right before the kids tell her, because my niece and my nephew knew already, and they were just blabbering it all day. And I was like, okay, when she gets home, they're gonna be like, Kelly's pregnant. And I'd rather have her know instead of like, for me, instead of like the kids telling her. So I texted her back, and I was like, I have to tell you something, but you can't get mad. And she was like, what? And I was like, I'm pregnant too. And then she just replies, you're kidding, right? Like, question mark, question mark. And I was like, no, like, I'm serious. And she was just like, she was definitely shook, I'll tell you that. She was surprised. And out of everyone, I thought she would notice, but Donna's also a little like, if you guys know Donna, you know how Donna is. She's clueless. Like, she won't even notice like the littlest things. And so she was just like, well, how far along are you? Like, what are you gonna do? Donna's main concern was definitely, she's an older sister. She's the oldest. So she just wants to make sure like we're all okay, you know. And I think it was tough on her, because to her it was more like, well, I want you to like to live your life and be able to travel and like do all these things, you know. And it obviously, like, I don't think a baby will hold me back from any of that. It will for like about a year until it's a little older, but I still want to travel and like do things, you know. So I definitely will still. But till this day, Donna is like one of my #1 supporters, you know. She's definitely a good sister, I'll tell you that for sure. But yeah, so that happened through text. And you know, when I got home, it was normal, we talked about it, but she ended up accidentally slipping it out that night to Kevin, which I wanted to tell him in person, but no. So Kevin, she told me he was really upset, and he was just like cussing and like, well, what is she gonna do, blah blah blah. And Kevin ended up leaving to TJ Rosarito that night for like papas and beer, so I didn't see him until another 3 days. So when he got home, I talked to him, and I was like, hey, like, I just wanted to tell you in person, but Donna's like big mouth slipped it out. And he was just like, well, I'm kind of glad she told me, because I was really upset at first, but now I'm like, whatever. Like, Kevin's that one. Kevin's very like, okay, like, whatever, sort of like mellow person. So yeah, now he's like, everyone's okay with it. You know, his girlfriend's excited, Emily too. I think everyone's just excited for baby Emma right now. As to her, I am too. And so they were off the checklist, and then that leads off to Junior, my older brother. And Junior is like the biggest sweetheart, but tell me why I was so nervous to tell him too. So I texted him, and I told him like, hey, let me FaceTime you later, because I have big news to tell you. And he said, okay, call me like around this time. It was before I was going to work too. So I called him, and he was just like, we were talking about his dog and how he's doing, and then he tells me like, so what's the big news you need to tell me? And my heart dropped, because honestly I was not ready to tell him. And so I just told him, well, you know, you're gonna be an uncle again. And he's like, to who? And I was like, I'm pregnant. And I literally just wanted to cry. And Junior was the easiest to get like a response from him. He was just like, congratulations, sister, like, oh my god, that's so exciting. Like, that's all I wanted to hear from everyone. Like, yes. And yeah, I love all my siblings. So Junior was definitely the easiest to tell. And yeah, so that, it was a crazy roller coaster road for me. But honestly, now that everyone knows, I just feel more comfortable. I feel more free. It's just good to like be able to tell everyone. Now that I've told all of you guys, it's definitely a big like relievement, you know. And then Juan's older sister ended up finding out, you know, Juan wrote her multiple letters while he was in the army, and she reached out to me again, and she was just like, oh my god, you know, like, congratulations. You know, everyone was invited to the gender reveal too, and you know, she has the biggest heart too. I love her support. I love all the family support, you know, her kids' support, Juan's entire family. Like, their support is so sweet. Like, it's so genuine. And, you know, I could just cry talking about, like, all the support that I have. But, you know, I think it's just the emotions I get from Emma. But, okay, guys, I don't want to cry. Sorry, Emma. You probably feel me crying. But, you know, my family's support system is amazing. Oh, okay. Yeah. Let me just take a second. It'll go away right now. You know, so definitely my friends too, Eats' family, definitely a big support system too. It's just amazing, guys. And you know, being a mom now is the most amazing thing I could have like ever become. I just can't wait for her to be here already, just to hold her, and you know, to have Juan back like 2 more months and he'll be home. I think it's just been really hard. Oh, I'm already crying. I didn't want to cry in my video. You know, I did my makeup. But yeah, I'm just so happy. It's so crazy and like surreal. But yeah, so if those of you who are moms or who want to become moms, like, it's just like the most amazing thing ever, like, ever. But I'm so ready, I'll tell you that. And it's crazy. It's so crazy. But yeah, guys, if you guys want to see any other videos, like, just comment below and tell me what you guys want to see. But for now, I'm just gonna stop because I'm already like at almost 28 minutes and I've just been blabbering this whole time. But yeah. It just, I don't know. It feels so good to be back on camera, and it feels so good just to know that, you know, I have all you guys that are supporting me and have been supporting me. And yeah, let me just show you guys what I look like right now. And then we'll go ahead and end this video. So I'll give you guys a little demonstration of what the baby looks like. Okay, now I can turn my car off. Oh my god, I cry so much now. I'm not even kidding. Like before, I hated crying, and now it's just like I cry like a baby. So blame it on the baby, right? Okay, so I'm wondering if you can see me. You can. So this is baby Emma. She is just growing, I'll tell you that. So this is what I look like at 5 months pregnant. Little Emma. So cute, right? But yeah, guys, so thank you so much for watching, and I will be uploading this video soon for you guys, and I hope you guys really do like it. If you guys can give me a thumbs up, and yeah, so just wait until my next video. It'll most likely be a day in my life as being pregnant. But yeah, bye guys.